Carry on. Do sole practitioners have difficulty getting SQE2 exemption? Um, Potentially, yes, because if they don't have a supervisor, then the SRA will say, sorry, no supervisor. You can't get a letter of reference from your supervisor to accompany your application for exemption from SQE2. Therefore, you have to sit the exam. Their default is always to sit the exam. And I remember the case of someone who asked me, he was qualified as in the New York bar. After having qualified, he then was like a freelance lawyer. I think when he spoke to me, he was working in Turkey. He'd never had a supervisor afterwards. So he couldn't have someone who could act as a referee who'd supervised him for 2 years post-qualification legal work experience. He had to sit the exam. That was the message to him. It's not an exclusion on its own. It's whether you have someone who supervises you. Now, you could have someone who mentors you and therefore has detailed knowledge of your work and can meet the requirements. So per se, sole practitioners, no, but there is that evidential problem there. I hope, Carrie Ann, that helps. That's SQE2 exemption. QWE would be different, but I'm not being asked. Okay, Carrie Ann, thank you very much. I have had a supervisor in the first 4 years of practice and then branched off on my own. So I can't remember, Carrie Ann, if you're a foreign qualified lawyer and you're applying for exemption from SQE2, then that's fine. 4 years of legal practice, let's say, after you've qualified in your jurisdiction, that will be fine because you have a supervisor. What you will need to do is reach out to that supervisor to probably draft for them their letter of reference, making sure it meets the criteria which the SRA said. I've got a guidance note on the page on our website where you can go and make sure those things are in there. If you're no longer in touch with the supervisor and can't find them, then you might have a problem. But if you are in touch with them, you've got someone who can do that, that's great.